Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're gonna check out the new update for the Boss Katana Mkii. Okay, so I'm gonna read the specs really fast. Line out custom settings have been added for the line out. An effect chain has been added. Solo EQ, pedal bend, center overdrive have been added. Not just an effect chain, more than one, but I don't know. Contour. In addition to switching between 3 types of tone characteristics, you can now configure your own custom settings. There's a lot to see there. Solo. You can now use each foot control jack as a solo jack. I don't know about that one. EQ2 has been added so that you can now use 2 EQs. They're a little bit far from the computer, and it's 40 degrees Celsius here in my town, which is a remarkable temperature that has never happened. So bear with me. Global EQ, you can now have set 3 types of global equalizers. Okay, so let's go straight into Boston Studio. I'm gonna close this window and put this here. I hope this is recording in stereo because I'm using a new app called Loopback, which is really great to record all of your screen and stuff. In effect, you'll see all the stuff that already been there. In chain, as you can see, there's a lot of new chains. Not just one, I don't know, maybe just one because the others are similar, but not. Booster, already have here the center overdrive, the new one, it's in the end. Modulation, usual suspect, effects, delay, delay 2, reverb, solo. This is really cool, the solo thing, because when you have engaged the solo function for your solos, you can now EQ the solo independently, and it's very cool. You have an EQ just for the solo, amp in or amp out. You choose one. That's a really great feature. Contour, on and off. Now this is a little bit confusing for me, but we'll get back in a second. Pedal effects, now you have pedal bend. I don't know if it was already here or not. Never used it. EQ, you have one EQ. Let me put this at 0. And this at 0 as well. I'm cutting here, let me tame this around 10. But now you have EQ2 as well, which is disengaged by now. I've been messing around a little bit with this, but noise suppressor, send and return, and the assign tab. Okay, now the first thing that I like this is about the modulation, whatever you put there before the distortion, because you can use a compressor. And that's really a good thing that I like to do, put a compressor before the booster. Of course, if you go to modulation block, you have all kind of stuff they can put before and try out, I don't know, maybe some new sounds. The contour stuff is a little bit weird. I'm gonna hit to system and line out settings. When you're recording, I believe this is via USB, of course, you can choose now microphone 1, microphone 2. I believe M1 and M2 are for that. I don't know if you can use them both. I haven't tried that yet, but if you can, that's really cool because you have a bunch of microphones to choose from. This is a great addition to the recording situation via USB. And if you can use both, that will be cool because I would use probably a 57 and here something like a 421. I haven't tried that yet, but I hope it works that way. Power amp settings, same thing. Global EQ. Now this is kind of weird. Output, input, line out, and speaker out. The global EQ, you can choose that. For now, it's output. But then you have tone shaping, which means that you can have a parametric EQ or a slider EQ. But look at this. I don't know why this is like here. I haven't seen yet the connection between this and the contour over there. But you have 3 slots, like this, red, and then the yellow, okay? And in each one of them, you can choose a different EQ, so we have lots of possibilities here. I'm gonna turn this off for now, because just by engaging the contour, like this, you see differences in sound without the tone shape global EQ. So it's a little bit confusing for me, at least for now. For example, in contour 1, position 1 there, you have type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 for each and every one of them without engaging this. Okay? Maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. Told you that I'm going to do this review as I go along, because I'm also exploring the tones. So right now I'm using my Les Paul, and on the neck pickup, it's a regular clean tone. Let's go just to the contour to see what happens. So I'm going to engage contour, put in type number 1. There's a frequency shift that I haven't heard anything special when I engage it. Type 2, it changes the tone. Type 3, I believe the more you increase, the more it's kind of mid-focuses, probably. Or maybe not, but it sounds good. Now if you go to contour number 2, all different things. Or maybe they're all the same, I don't know. But I believe not. So many options you have now. Let's go for number 4. Let's compare this number 4 to contour 1 in position number 4, just to see if there's any difference in tone. Number 4 on this one, I believe there's no difference in tone, I don't know. Let's check out again. All contours 1, 2, and 3 and type number 4. Okay, let's go. Let's see number 2. Same tone. Shit. Now last one. So I'm seeing that they all do the same. What you can do then, if I'm not mistaken, is to change each and every one of them using this. So right now, let's try to do the same thing. Contour 1 in type 4. Because they are in the green, maybe they'll sound exactly the same. Contour 2, type 4. Type 4 on the 3. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not hearing any difference. Now if you engage this one, okay, now I can see the correlation between this and the settings that you'll have to do. So there's no difference, because what you have to do here for this to work, because they all sound the same. If this is engaged and everything is flat here, if I made myself clear, I don't know. Let's engage tone shape, okay? But by engaging tone shape, you have to make some moves here. For example, let's for the red one, let's increase the eye gain around 10, which is a lot. So it was for what? This is kind of confusing. For the red one, okay, so if I choose red one right now, contour number 4. Number 2, oh, sorry, let me browse these presets, type. The differences are there, of course, and that extra highs that we put are working, because let's do something crazy. Roll off everything and see what happens. So it's acting accordingly. So I have to explore this a little bit more, because I can see now that this is connected to whatever you do here. And if you disengage this, everybody's flat, disengage this, all of those lights probably will do nothing, but the contour still works. Whatever position you are still works, like this. But once this is disengaged, whatever position you put it, like contour 2 or contour 3, they all sound the same. For example, contour 2 and type, sorry, oh my god, and type 2, let's see. Let's move on to contour 3 and type 2 also. Now there's no difference in tone. And now let's go for contour 1 and type 2 as well. So 1 type 2, 2 type 2, and 3 type 2. Okay, they all sound the same. The variation is only here for every one of them, but if you're gonna go get really deep, you have to go into system and then adjust here as you wish. To be honest, since I'm doing this first time, as you guys are now probably doing as well, I'm not understanding, I'm not seeing this is very intuitive, okay? USB settings, normal, MIDI settings, owner's manual, device settings, all the thing that already was here. But this part is really intriguing because this will come in handy surely, because you can then shape your tone even further with 2+ EQs. Man, this is a lot of stuff that you can do with this amp right now. It was versatile, now it's ultra versatile. I don't know. Let's leave this contour as it is and let's engage our booster. Increase the drive a little bit and the effect level. This is the center overdrive in the clean channel with the contour number 3, whatever type it is. Let me turn off the contour for now. Decrease a little bit volume here. It sounds great, but I want to add some compression before. Oh, and something I believe they improved on this one is the fact that you can hear much better the compression than before. Let me disengage the booster, or at least, maybe I'm dreaming, I don't know. Before, I used to use this chain number 1, so the compressor would be a little bit more audible. But right now, it doesn't seem to be the case. It's good to have the same volume. So now it's engaged. So let's go for our booster and engage it. Okay, that sounds cool, but I think it would sound better with my Strat, but it's too hot to go grab it. It's making some natural distortion, it's kind of cool. We are on the clean channel. Let's go for the reverb, add some reverb. Maybe this is recording in stereo and I don't know. That's a lot of reverb, but let's leave it as it is. So I'm a little bit focused here on the center overdrive, reduce the reverb, put it like in a room. Small reverb, and let's go for the booster again and see what we can do here by increasing the drive a lot. So input everything at noon, kind of, see how it sounds. Bridge pickup. I really like the sound, it's so mellow. Okay, max out. I bet this with a Stratocaster will sound very Stevie Ray Vaughan or John Mayer or whatever. With more gain, sorry, more noise suppressor. Let's see if it sounds good with a volume knob. There's a compromise here when you do like volume changes. You want to have the threshold really low and deal with the noise. Or else you'll cut all the notes. This has a split coil, but it's not the same thing as a Strat, so I just split it. And also has that Peter Green kind of stuff. I think it's this way you put it. Or this way. Doesn't matter. So it sounds good. Sounds really cool. I really love this booster. Now, what happens if we go into a different territory, like probably the brown channel, and turn off the booster? Let's get some sort of heavy tone, more rock tone here. Let's just increase the noise suppressor first. Whoa! This is what happens when you leave the EQ like that. I hate this. Can even go a little bit lower and take 2 decibels of the high end. And a little bit at 630 like I usually do. And even you reduce a little bit here. Let's go to the booster and engage it just by itself. We have to drive it a little bit more like this, probably like that. Okay. Well, for me, it sounds great. Of course, you're gonna compare it with a typical tube scream. Probably will sound a little bit different. Yeah, this one is much more aggressive. So I'm really digging the new center overdrive. I want to put this on the grunge channel. Reduce here. Even less distortion. A little bit of delay. I don't know if delay is recording in stereo. If it is, this is a tape echo, and then delay 2 is not engaged because it has to be here. Well, it is engaged. Maybe let me put this in pan. I don't know if she's doing anything or not. 2 delays, stereo. For now, it's because I'm not hearing what I'm recording. It's better to disengage this. Okay, I like this sound. So let's go here to the contour feature and see what we can come up with. Type 1, they all sound the same, so let's go without the tone shape global EQ. Without it. Had a little bit more of bass here. More mids. And a mixture of less bass and more mids, or less mids probably. Doesn't have too much bass here. Let's go for number 3. Too much mids. This feels kind of warm. I like it. And what else? I can go here to this different cab resonances. I tend to like always more the vintage one. Yeah, sounds really cool. What's not cool is the temperature inside the room. I cannot turn on the air conditioner because it will make some weird noise. I think I'm not missing anything. The video is already too long, so this is not a deep dive. I won't call it that because there's a lot of things to discover here, but I wanted to show you guys basically the new features that come with this update. And the biggest one for me, and I have to study it a little bit better, is this contour thing, which is intimately connected to this graphics, to these EQs that you have here. I don't know why some of them are already like this, and that's kind of weird. I really don't know. Because I don't think this reflects at all what you have here. I mean, it should not, right? So it's getting a little bit confusing here, but I think it does not reflect. Then you can also choose from to the graphic EQ. So Jesus, there's a lot of options here. I'll have to make a little bit of a deep dive here and then make another video and trying to explain more or come up with some tones that I will be releasing, some free tones exploring the contour stuff that you have here. And of course we forgot the effects, which can be another EQ. Kind of cool how the sliders move when you move the fader. They're like totally random, right? Well, not even close, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit too long already, but this is my demonstration for you guys about what's new in Tone Studio. Like I said before, on Boss Katana MK2. This only works for the MK2, okay? The installation procedure is always the same, very easy. Although it could be simpler, you just connect USB cable and update and was done. I think Boss should invest in that. Just like Line 6 does, it's all in one thing. You don't have to disconnect and connect and all that shit. But anyways, I think it's a great addition, and well, if Pantera was almost possible to get that close, now with all these EQs like you used to have on parametric EQ and stuff like that, you'll get that tone for sure, and many other tones. As you guys know, graphic EQs behind the amp can also work as boosters, so there's so many options here. So many thanks for watching once again. Please, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will help a lot. Stay safe wherever you are in this planet, and I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner now because I'm almost dying here. Cheers guys, see you on the next one.